What are we doing today, buddy? What are we doing?
We going fishing.
Are you excited to go fishing for the first time?
Yeah, our first time.
First time fishing. That's what we're doing today.
First time fishing.
That's right. By the way, welcome to the channel. If this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Sean Ritter. A lot we talk about on this channel is being a parent and loving the outdoors. And a lot of times I've heard the excuse from some parents, oh, I wish I could X, Y, or Z, but I just don't have the time. And a lot of things to focus on is trying to help you out with different ways that you can find the time and get out and enjoy whatever outdoor hobby or passion it is for you. For me, I love fishing. Been doing a lot of kayak fishing this year every time I've been out. This little guy has been talking to mom on the phone saying, I want to go fishing with daddy. So that's what we're going to do today, right?
Yes.
Are we fishing on daddy's kayak?
Oh, yeah. It's the piece by tree.
All right. Well, this could go good. This could go bad. But I'm going to get you some tips and tricks for taking your kid out fishing for the first time. And more so, how you can take a kid fishing on a fishing kayak. Trust me, it's possible. We'll get to that coming up here.
Here's your shot. Holy fish, bud.
I'm Sean Ritter. I love the outdoors, hunting, fishing. I work a hectic, not traditional job, and I love being a dad. This is my outdoor journey and how I manage my time. I'm here to help you rethink your time and join me, Return to Wild. All right, so I don't know if y'all have seen in the past, my kayak with the wheels that I use, that Railblazer Sea Tug, I can wheel it to anywhere, so I can park a distance away and wheel myself in. Here's a little fun tip for if you got a kid and you're using a fishing kayak to take him on, and you do things like, it's like riding his own parade float. What do you think? Are you having fun, bud? Obviously notice, life vest, first thing, safety's first. You ready to go? So obviously as we're paddling over to the spot we're gonna fish here, notice I do not have my pedals in. I'm actually just using the old paddle. It creates so much more room in this boat. In fact, that it's so stable the way it is. I mean, I can have my little guy, who's gonna be 4, sit right up in front. It's super stable. And the number one tip I'll give you when you're taking a kid fishing for the first time, or specifically fishing in a fishing kayak, like especially with a real youngster, is it's about them. It's not about you. I literally have no other rods or gear on the boat. I have a couple of hooks if I need to retie, a couple of sinkers, and that's about it. It's just my little guy and his little Mickey Mouse fishing pole, and he's gonna do a little fishing, and if he suddenly gets bored fishing and wants to swim, we'll go swim. Or, if he just wants to kind of look in the water and play around, maybe daddy will fish with his pole. But, it's the fact that it's about them, and you just gotta really go into it with that mindset that it's whatever your kid wants, because after all, if you want them to have fun and enjoy the outdoors, you got to start with making it fun. Really make their first time fun, to the fact that they're going to want to continue going out and doing these things. If you just kind of bore them and force them into things, they ain't going to want to go back. Are you going to catch a big fishy today? What do you think? Big fish? Big fish. Daddy's going to get this rigged up. So, simple Mickey Mouse pole, made it super simple and easy. I just got the old slip bobber situation.
Nobody's mine.
Yep, hang on, bud. We're gonna get baited up. I'm just explaining this real quick. Another big tip I'll give you, especially with kids and you're just trying to catch any fish at all, downsize the hook. This is an itty bitty tiny hook. Gonna give them more chances to catching some of the smaller ones, because let's face it, a little kid, they don't care. It's all about catching a fish. They're not worried about the size of it. So just give them a better chance to catch them. And then obviously my slip bobber, I've got the old slip bobber knot. Again, I've mentioned before in videos that I just tie right on with old fishing line. You hold onto the pole. Daddy's gonna put bait on it, okay?
No,
You wanna touch some of the worms? Okay. We're gonna take a piece of night crawler. Do you wanna touch it? Does that feel cool? Oh.
it fell in the water.
Yeah, you put it in the water.
Yeah, I put it in the water.
Okay, you hold your rod here.
No.
Yep. Now, do you remember how to cast it? Or you want Daddy to cast it for you? Then we gotta push this button and let line out. Now just reel a little bit till it snaps. There we go. All right. So I'm just gonna get used to holding onto the rod, playing with the rod, and we'll work our way up from there. So we'll start kind of with the vertical, and then once he's ready to start casting, then we'll cast a little. But again, this is all just making him comfortable with being outdoors, making him comfortable with fishing. Out and just let it sit. Can Daddy cast it for you? Or you want to cast it for yourself? Oh, look at the fishes. Look at the little bass right there. Do you see him in the water? Oh, right up here. Jackson, look ahead. You see him? See, just patience. I mean, that's number one thing, is making sure that you have patience and that you're patient. Because like I said before, it's all about them and making sure they have fun. All right, bud, so here's what you see how we're casted out there? We're gonna watch the bobber, right? We're just gonna watch that bobber. And if that bobber goes underwater, then we're gonna reel, okay? Which quite frankly, that's another awesome tip, is use something like a circle hook or an octopus hook, where if a fish grabs it and goes, most of the times they're gonna set the hook themselves, so a kid doesn't have to be worried about setting the hook so much. Again, there is the worry sometimes with fish swallowing it, but that's where you've got a dad who's pretty good at saving fish, or if I have to, we'll just cut the line as close as we can and get the fish back in. So, how's your bobber doing, bud? I'm gonna give her, just reel a little bit of line. Looks like your bobber's kind of tipped on its side in the weed. All right, bud, stop reeling then.
Oh, I finished reeling.
Oh, you want to reel it all the way in? You were just like your dad. You're gonna be big into moving baits, bud. Be very patient and ready to just undo lots of messes. If you see, he's got his own. I got just like a little travel paddle that I bring along for him, because, I mean, he's at the age, and I don't know if you know kids or your kids would be there where they want to do the same things you're doing, or they want to do it themselves. And so by bringing along just that little paddle, he can be a part of the process and be paddling right along. I mean, obviously we know as the parents, as the elders in the situation, that it's not necessarily doing much, but it's all, again, like I said before, about them feeling like they're a part, and that keeps them interested. So we're untangled, and now as he's busy and occupied, it's gonna be like I'm 6 years old again. I'm telling you, this little Mickey Disney Junior pole, little hook keeper, this thing is freaking awesome. I'll actually put a link in the description below if you want to order one for your little one. Hang on. There we go. Pull it and reel. Pull it and reel. Pull it and reel. You got it. Keep reeling. Keep reeling, bud. Keep reeling. Oh, he came off. You had a fish. I tell you what, bud. Are you hungry? Do you want a snack? Do you want a snack?
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, I want peanuts. Yeah, peanuts.
That's usually step number one.
I want peanuts.
Advice I would give to taking any kid
peanuts.
fishing for the first time. Bring snacks. Bring lots of snacks. You drink of water. All right. So I got this whole sack here full of snacks, and you can choose what you want. We've got cheesy popcorn. We got goldfish. We got cheese and crackers. We got dippy cheese and crackers. You want to dig through and pick something?
I want dippy cheese and crackers.
You want the dippy cheese and crackers? All right, Daddy, get those for you. You snack, Daddy can fish. We're a team. That's how we do it, right? Teamwork. And I get one on. I'm gonna set it and I'm gonna hand it to him to at least reel it in. So then, again, that's still establishing that catching a fish. So that's what it's all about. It's just about him catching a fish. That's all you care about, is one fish, doesn't matter size. That's the fun thing for a kid. Ready? Here you go, bud. Jackson, reel. Reel, reel, reel. Can you reel? Reel your reel. You want Daddy to do it? Ready? Boat flip. Look at that. Is that a largemouth bass? You wanna touch it? Pretty cool, huh? Throw it back. Good job. See it swim away? We're on snack number 3. More fruit snacks. How many fish have we caught, though? We catch 4 fish?
There's 4.
How many fish did you catch? Get to the point. He's, no, Daddy, you reel, you reel. All right, buddy, you want to recast and reel it in, and we'll recast right up into the weeds there? Or do you want to reel it all the way in and go swimming? Again, giving them choices. You want to go swimming? All right, stop reeling. It's reeled all the way. Okay, when Daddy put it away? It's reeled all the way. Swimmy, swim, swim. So we literally just like pulled up on, God, there's a sandbar off in front of like a private beach, and you know, we can jump out as long as we stay in the water. I mean, there's nothing we can do. Again, if there were a ton of people here, I wouldn't, you know, come around, but there's nobody here. It's a weekday. And so, you know, we can jump on the sandbar, do a little swimming, jump back in, and off we go. Begin to have that option and to be able to know that a kid's not just gonna come out and wanna fish for a long time is what can make it fun for everyone. You know, the more times I feel you get a young one out to do things like this, as much as the swimming is probably the more fun part for them, start associating the two together, and I think it just opens up the world of fishing more and experiencing that. So that would be the tip I would give, is if you can get to a lake that has easy bluegill fishing and you can do a little swimming at the same time, that's what you got to do. All right, so as you can see, the biggest thing about getting kids out fishing for the first time is to make it all about them and to make it fun. And always have that backup plan that's fun. As you saw we did today, we got out of the kayak and did some swimming. Every kid loves to swim, so work that into the first time fishing for them. You're gonna fish, you're gonna swim, maybe you'll go back to fishing, maybe go back to swimming, but having something that they love, you know that they are already gonna enjoy doing, mixed in with the fishing, makes them maybe like the fishing, because with the fishing comes the other fun thing. See what I'm saying? So there you go. Hopefully those 10 tips are gonna help you if you're thinking about taking your kid or any kid out fishing for the very first time. And as far as the fish that we caught while we were out that day, or Daddy caught, how do we cook them up? Well, I got that recipe for you right here. You want to check the video. And if you want to learn more about kayak fishing and my kayak in particular, I got that video up over here for you. And we'll catch you on the next one.